Alright, so today on Spector Creative, I want to jump into the good old mailbag because I get a lot of questions in the comment section. Some can be work for a whole video, some not. What, you don't like Cheers references? Fine, I get it. This is a channel more about Star Wars and He-Man and toys. Does this one work better for you? God, people complain even when it's the same actor in the image. Okay, so let's look at this question from Joey Shalom. I have a question about MOQ. Let's say an MOQ is 7,500 units, and there is a next step past 7,500 units. Can legitimately you order 7,500 units plus an additional 1,500 or so to make sure you have enough? Okay, makes sense. In other words, can retailers order more than the MOQ? Well, obviously, yes, they can. And this isn't a definitive answer, but it's clearly not a reference to Cheers, so I'm going to stop doing that altogether. But the way MOQ works and the way ordering works is it's on a tiered pricing model, which means the more units that are ordered, the cheaper it is. So it would make sense to order a lot of units, right? Because then you're going to get it the cheapest possible. And while cheap is good, more is not always good because the biggest obstacle with retail is inventory. You don't want to have too much of it. Having too much inventory is way worse than not having enough. So the short answer, yes. Can a retailer order more units? Sure. Are they going to get a price reduction? Probably not, because price reductions as far as units, the difference is more something like 10,000 units versus 40 or 50,000 units. It's not like ordering just another 1,000 or another 500 is going to break the scale and give you a price break. And the reason you also don't want to do this and order a little bit more, thinking like, oh, this is worth the risk, let's order some more units. One, it's done so far in advance. The ordering is done about a year in advance. So, deciding you want more a year before the product hits shelf is a risk. And while it might, on one hand, make sense for a retailer to order more, what they're trying to avoid is this. Ordering too much is a huge problem. It's way worse than not having enough, because when you have too much product, you then have to put it on clearance. And when you have to put product on clearance, well, then it hurts everyone. It hurts the brand. It hurts the studio. It hurts the toy maker. It hurts the retailer. It devalues the brand, because when a shopper goes in and sees a product on the clearance aisle, they perceive it as having less value and less interest. So that's why no one wants to be on the clearance aisle. So too much product increases your risk for this. Hence why empty pegs are actually preferred to overflowing pegs. Overflowing pegs means you've ordered too much. I know it seems like an oxymoron to adult collectors who are having trouble finding things at retail, but it is what it is. All right, the second question is also about retail and ordering, but unfortunately, I actually can't find the question. I lost it.
I found a cure for the fucking plague of the 20th century, and now I've lost it. Haven't you ever lost anything, Dr. Bronx? You pass your car keys? Well, it's rather like that. Now you have it, now you don't.
But I do remember it. And the question was, and I apologize to whoever posted this that I can't post it with their name, is why is it toy lines need to be at retail stores versus online? Can't a collector product line that is struggling at retail just go online? So an example might be something like Masters of the Universe Origins, which premiered only at Walmart. And it's also struggling a little bit at retail in the sense that we haven't seen waves that much in the US outside of He-Man and Skeletor. So could some of the online retailers that specialize in collector product, stores like Big Bad Toy Store or Dorkside Toys or Entertainment Earth, couldn't they support these lines that struggle at retail? Well, let's look at these companies. Let's look at Entertainment Earth first. They're a company that has been around actually even before Amazon, and they've always specialized in looking after the adult collector. But each of these different companies are a little different. That's because in order to have a place in market, you have to have a differentiator. You have to have something that makes you different from the competition so you can stand out. If everyone did the exact same thing, well, then you would just not have a reason for being. Now, you've probably heard of Amazon and eBay as far as online sellers. You probably may not have heard of the biggest one in the world, which is Alibaba, but regardless of that, most online sellers, and I'm going to get back to Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store in a moment, are more or less warehouses that have a huge amount of product, and people go on the website or the catalog or make a phone call or send a smoke signal, and they get product delivered, and it looks awesome. And these companies in particular, unlike, say, Amazon, eBay, or Alibaba, specialize in product for the adult collector. And as I noted, they all tend to have differentiators that make them unique. For Entertainment Earth, it's their mint condition guarantee. So if you want your product sent to you in perfect, out of the factory condition, that's what they do. Walmart, on the other hand, their focus is on low pricing. So if you order from Walmart, you're not going to get it in perfect condition. That's not what they guarantee, but you'll get it at a lower price. With Entertainment Earth, you're going to pay a little bit more, but you will get the product delivered perfectly. You won't get product on the left, you'll get product on the right. So a great example of a differentiator. Walmart's about low price, Entertainment Earth is about perfect delivery. So it's a trade-off. And of course, there's no one company that can give you everything except for SpectorCreative.com. But as far as ordering, that's what Entertainment Earth does. The other thing they do that's really important, I think personally, is that they put out catalogs. Because almost no one puts out catalogs anymore because of this whole newfangled internet thing that Al Gore invented. And they're kind of like almost the only remaining toy magazine out there now that all the other toy magazines have folded. And it's one of the reasons I always look forward to getting it, because you get to sit there and actually look at pretty pictures of toys. It's also interesting to point out that they can get around licensing issues because they can put anything they want on their cover. Nobody approves it. So it's the only time you'll see like Spider-Man and Jurassic Park on the cover together. Most IP holders won't let you do that. All right. Lastly, the thing Entertainment Earth does is they have exclusives, things that only they sell, and this is going to be important in a moment. Their exclusives range all over the place, from items that I helped create at Jakks Pacific to items that I helped create while working at Entertainment Earth. And obviously, not all exclusives at Entertainment Earth have something to do with me. I'm going to use two examples because I happen to work on both of them. So, yes, they have lots of exclusives, and this is one of their key differentiators from other online sellers like your Dorkside Toys or your Big Bad Toy Store. But obviously, Dorkside Toys and Big Bad Toy Store also have their own differentiators. Dorkside Toys gets you very fast delivery, and it's usually a slightly lower price. They also have newsletters that pump out information, and they tend to get their product first before others. Versus, on the other hand, Big Bad Toy Store, their key differentiator that separates them is their whole pile of loot concept, that you can order from them and they will take all of your items over the course of a year and hold it, wait till they all come in to get you the best possible shipping, and then send it to you. It's their pile of loot program, and it's neat. So that's a perfect example about three collector-focused online companies and how they all offer a really good solution, not necessarily the lowest price like Walmart, but they'll offer you, shipping options that work for collectors or catalogs and all sorts of cool things. All right, so with key differentiators in place and knowing that there is room in the market for multiple online retailers to sell toys, can they all come together then and help save a line that is struggling at retail? In other words, when an adult collector line is having trouble getting placement or having sell-through at retail, can all of these online retailers come together and form one mega Gotron out of multiple Gotrons? Well, as cool as that is, and them pooling their resources, no, they can't do that. And let me explain the simple why. And I'm not going to do this with another Cheers reference, I promise. The reason that they can't just pool their resources together is because physical retail chains are way bigger. And I don't just mean in terms of their growth or their strategy, I mean literally how big they are. The online retailers that we like to buy adult collector product from are relatively small companies. This chart looking at the comparison of just Walmart, which is one of the largest retailers in the world, still not as big as Alibaba, but yes, very big. Yes, you could compare it to all sorts of things like, electricity in Vermont, or emissions from countries combined, or, the size of different states or cities. And Walmart's size is bigger than the GDP of Norway. Hey, what are you going to do? They're also way bigger than their competition. I mean, even looking at Target versus Walmart, the number of doors is huge. and stacking it up even with other different retailers in different categories, yeah, it still blows them all away. It's that much bigger. It's not like incrementally bigger. And all of this adds up to give Walmart buying power, which is what gives them the ability to have the lowest price. The more you can buy, the lower price you can get. Hence, going back to that MOQ question at the very beginning. Walmart can buy more to get a lower price, unlike other retailers. It's one of the rare retailers that can do this. So, obviously, that is why you have set SRP, suggested retail price. It's based on the cost at the MOQ ordered. Could you order a little more and get it for less? Walmart can actually do that. No one else really can. That's why Walmart tends to be a company big enough, they have enough doors that they can support an exclusive like Masters of the Universe Origins and can order enough quota that they can have it themselves. All right, so going back to the question of all of those online retailers, can they come together and form the ultimate online store so they can support a line that, say, that Walmart or Target won't take? Well, no, not even close, like not even in the same ballpark. Even if Big Bad Toy Store joined forces with Entertainment Earth and Dorkside Toys and, even a few others, they still don't add up. I know it. Yoda lied to us all. He's been lying to us forever. I mean, size may not matter with the Force, but it does with buying power. And the combined buying power of Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, and Dorkside doesn't even come close to matching Walmart, doesn't even come close to matching Target. And that's why they're not a solution. It seems like they should be, but unfortunately they can't combine, swoop in, save the day, and carry a line that doesn't work at retail. They're just not big enough. But they have other great reasons to exist. Patronize them. All right, hope you like this video. Please do share it with others. Other questions you have, ask them, and maybe you'll get in a mailbag video. Leave your comments below, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.